45's right on target today. NYPD widow criticizes Manhattan's DA policies. Yeah, well, I've been telling y'all for a long fucking time now. And it just seems funny. And when I tell you males are retarded, that's not degrading them. That's telling you reality. If you look up the word retarded in males, it's a fact that their minds think differently than us and that they're years behind us. Okay? So that thought process is right there. Tells you males should not be in leadership, okay? Because they are behind in fucking time. They don't get it. When I speak, it takes them fucking 6 months to think about what I said and come back with a result. Huh. I'm just listening to the police, how they abuse and tell them how to abuse the public. Fucking crazy, right? Imagine that. And again, men and women at the border are getting very upset because they signed up to defend the United States Constitution and they're not being allowed to do that. Why? Because people like you sitting back watching videos, playing video games, gaining flab on your arms because you're too fucking lazy to go out and provide for your family. I'm talking about the males. The females are getting big because they're depressed and they're on fucking silly pills and psych meds and they're not working. There was no such thing as disability when my grandfather founded Yarmouth, Massachusetts back in the 1600s, okay? And back in Massachusetts, back in those days, I've seen all my genealogy and a lot of the biographies and stuff, and they read the books on my family and how we've been very prosperous through my family with everything. My grandparents being in leadership, my grandma, the heiress of the castle, to Morningthorpe Manor, Besthorpe, Norfolk, England, okay? That tells a lot about my family right there. My grandmother, okay? And then it goes back to my grandpas again, back to 1066, that were all in reigns of the land, okay? I've got the uncle on my grandmother's side, Mary Burr's side, being Aaron Burr. What kind of leader was he? Third vice president. I have a whole lot of knowledge of what's going on here. And I have a whole lot to offer to the ones that want to learn what's going on here. And I'll help anybody that's out here. But until you come to me, I'm not going to go to you. I'm going to sit right here. And I'm going to do what I got to do, which is I'm gathering more knowledge to share with you. We're travel agents. We're not protecting our borders. We're not managing immigration. Travel agents are being told that they have to manage immigration. We're taking people. They're tired of it. Illegally taken by the cartels, just like I was and my daughter was, being the carnival, and the police. Homeland Security. Do you not know that Homeland Security is the head of human trafficking? I'm telling you right now. Jeffrey Hare, Border Patrol. He was a supervisor of human trafficking. When I say that, see? Border Patrol agents know what's happening. They're the ones that are out here soliciting. They're the ones out here trafficking. I'm telling you right now. Jeffrey Hare of Island Pond, Vermont is the one that trafficked my daughter, 14 years old. Tommy McGovern from Rockwell Amusements. Fiesta shows, Wade shows, Dreamland Amusements, Amusements of America. Don't tell me they're not mafia involved. Don't tell me that they're not part of what's going on out here. Don't tell me that they don't make deals with the government and the state and the police. Don't tell me that the carnival owners don't recruit carnival workers. Okay? Don't tell me that. Because I got more motherfucking information on that than you'll ever know. And I don't keep my mouth shut. Why? Tommy's dead now. I don't have to keep my mouth shut. I used to have to sit here beside him on the bed. Not talk to anybody. He's not here anymore. This is my show. And I'm going to let everybody know. I roll by myself with Jesus, Gypsy, and Jesus. Why? Because I was in that sex trafficking, human trafficking, and labor trafficking for mostly my whole fucking life since I was 14. And not one of you know what the life is like. Unless you've been in it. Have you seen those people out there? We put smiles on your kids' faces. We hand them prizes. We hand you the dart. You hand me $1. Yeah. You don't know what goes on behind those scenes. You don't know what happens behind those scenes. Well, we're smiling through it like a fucking clown on steroids. Okay? So I'm going to tell you about the carnival, because the rest of it's coming out. Do you know how many times they took my daughter into custody since she was 14 years old and tortured her? Because of Homeland Security. Border Patrol Agent Jeffrey Hare and his wife, who lured my daughter from her homeroom class in Island Pond, Vermont school, to where? To their home. Don't ever fucking tell me I was a bad mother. I wasn't a bad mother. And I'm not a bad mother. I'm still here protecting my children. But you see, my children have been fed the poison. And they've leaned towards the government because the government plays tug of war with your children and with your life. They've tried to make me go away, and I'm still right here today. There's going to be a day that the truth prevails. I nearly lost my life not many days ago. I have a pacemaker, and you all know that. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And do you know, I only talked to very few people when I was just going through that. I drove, not knowing if I was taking my last breath, to say hi to my cousin. I stay on the phone with my best friend daily. She's the only one I care about talking to on the regular, other than my cousin. There's others of you that are out here that contact to get a story. But you know what? You're never going to get an ending. Okay? Not until I'm ready to give that ending. And as many times as I've had hitmen out on me, as many times as the government and the state and the town, and I'm not just talking about Anson. I'm talking about North Anson, Maine, and the state of Vermont as well, continuously working against me. Instead of you all trying to work against me, you might have found it easier to work with me, because I'm not a bad person. But I'm going to point all of your bad person out one by one. I want you all to tell me what you know about me. What you know about me. Not what you think you know. Because there's a difference. Unless you sleep in my bed, feed me at my table, wash my back, or dress me, you have no fucking clue about me. And there ain't none of you motherfuckers worth me allowing you to do that for me. Okay? So not any of you know me. Therefore, take your opinions as they are like assholes and shove them somewhere else, because it don't matter to me. What matters is the fact that you talked shit about shit you don't know about to talk about, and you put me in a better position. Thank you for blessing me